Justin Bieber's mom is coming under a lot of criticism over Justin Bieber. We got to talk about that and a lot more. But before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian, and I welcome you all with open arms. I spill pop culture tea videos every day, honey. So listen, girl, I'm covering all things Diddy, Kardashians, Bieber, Selena Gomez, Jennifer Lopez, Ben Affleck, Britney Spears, you name it, I'm covering it, girl. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. We gotta talk, best friend, because Justin Bieber's mom is getting heavily criticized over the Diddy situation. So there are so many reports right now talking about Justin Bieber's mom, and they're not good because a lot of people are blaming her for putting allegedly Justin Bieber into harm's ways. So let's read this together. It says, Justin Bieber's mom is facing criticism for leaving him to Diddy. So Justin Bieber's mom, Patty, is under fire for not taking care of the superstar singer. Patty, who gave birth to the singer at a home for teenage mothers, is facing criticism for leaving him to the disgraced music mogul during his teens. A source close to the Peaches singer recently said to Daily Mail that the singer, quote, should never have been allowed to party with Diddy or anyone else when he was a teen, slamming his mom. The insider said that Justin Bieber was, quote, thrown to the wolves by his own mother and father, Jeremy Bieber. However, another insider noted, quote, there is no evidence to suggest Justin's parents knew about Diddy's alleged criminal activity at the time. The singer's parents split up a few months after his birth, and Patty raised him single-handedly. In her memoir, Nowhere But Up, the story of Justin Bieber's mom, which was published in 2012, Patty penned her heartbreaking story and revealed how she was aided by a male babysitter and a friend's grandfather at the age of 5. The repeated SA made her so habitual to being aid that she started feeling it normal. Quote, I was SA'd so many times that as the years went by, it began to feel normal. It's a strange marriage, knowing something is wrong, yet at the same time finding it familiar and commonplace, she noted. Meanwhile, Justin Bieber's reportedly advised to stay away from Diddy. The singer is trying to focus on his family and feels disgusted by Diddy. Now, there's also a story from her memoir where she does talk about being afraid of Justin and what could happen to him in this industry. She is saying that, quote, she is afraid that Justin would develop unhealthy long-term relationships due to his fame. She said, quote, at the end of the day, I was Justin's mother. I was accountable for any documents I signed or any deal I authorized. I was afraid of making a mistake. What if I signed something that steered Justin in the wrong direction or put him in the path of unhealthy long-term relationships? So I wanted to tell you guys a little bit more about Patty because she's also had a very, very, very tough life. And after that, we're going to talk about if she is responsible for the Diddy, allegations. So let's get to know a little bit more about Patty. After she was unfortunately SA'd by a male babysitter at the age of 5 and a friend's grandfather, she's recalled how she became so accustomed to being violated that it began to feel normal. It says here, after abusing drugs and alcohol in her teenage years to mask the pain, she raised Justin in a social housing and worked 2 or 3 jobs at a time to support them. So after years of struggle, it was no wonder that Justin's sudden rise to fame felt like the reward they had been waiting for. Sadly, she was so naive to everything, and that definitely played a path in the whirlwind life of fame, leaving him potentially vulnerable to some of the industry's most famous and dangerous predators. Just a year after being signed to Island Records, a 15-year-old Justin spent a now infamous 48-hour period with Diddy, seemingly unsupervised, at the rapper's home, where they went, quote, full buck crazy. Patty also shares that, quote, I started drinking alcohol and smoking pot when I was 14. There were more parties than I knew what to do with, and every one of them featured some type of mind-numbing substance. Getting drunk and high for fun turned into a means of self-medicating. I couldn't get through a class at school or a holiday function with my family without being stoned or drunk. By the time I was 16, I couldn't function at all without numbing myself in some way. At the age of 15, she was AR'd by a boy her age she met at a party shortly before getting together with Justin's father, Jeremy. A 4-year and on-and-off relationship she admits was doomed from the start. By the age of 16, he was already attending Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, but found it hard to stick to the 12-step program and would fly into a rage when drunk and accused her of cheating. Quote, the majority of our on-again, off-again 4-year relationship would be unhealthy, suffocated by mind games and distorted by insecurity, she recalled. At age 16, Patty's relationship with her mother had deteriorated badly, and she moved out of the home to live with 3 male friends and spend her time mostly drunk or sleeping, and rarely going to school. I worked odd jobs to get money for rent and to fuel my drug habit. So obviously you can tell Patty did not have an easy, upbringing, but does that mean that she should be excused for giving Justin so much independence? In my personal opinion, since we have no proof if he was in fact alone or unsupervised by an adult at Diddy's 48 hours, let's just talk about this. Was he thrown into the lion's den? In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, okay? In that video, Diddy says that Justin is there with a friend. He doesn't say Justin's mom. He doesn't say Justin's, manager. He doesn't say anything about Justin's, who he was with. He just says a friend. I'm going to tell you something. In my opinion, I'm not a father yet, but you better bet every cent that I would never in a million years leave my child with another adult. I'm so sorry, but after the world that we are living in and the things that we see and we hear, I wouldn't trust my child with nobody. Absolutely nobody. So do I think that Patty might have dropped the ball on this one? Absolutely. But I don't think that she was mentally capable of knowing what was right and what was wrong. She probably had, Usher and Scooter and all these people saying to her like, hey, it's fine, this and that. And maybe, just maybe, I'm not saying that they had any part in any of the allegations, but what I am saying is that I believe that his parents was very absent from his childhood. I don't think that they did what they were supposed to do, which was protect him. At the end of the day, all of these people working for Justin saw him as money, saw him as someone who is going to be paying their bills. So it's in their best interest for Justin to do whatever Justin needs to do to get bigger and bigger and bigger, right? That's how I think about it. So there is rumors that Justin is not even close to his mother and actually does not speak to his mother, allegedly, but he does speak to his father. I don't know if that's true or not. What I do think is that, yes, Patty definitely had a hard upbringing and getting SA'd and all of these things that happened to her and falling into substance abuse. Of course, that must have been difficult. Plus, giving birth to her son in one of these, homes and having to work 3-4 jobs. I mean, it must have been very difficult. But in my personal opinion, I believe that Justin was left alone. I could be wrong. That's what I'm saying. In my opinion, allegedly, but I believe that he was alone and he was left with all these grown-ups who only had money signs in their eyes. And after Usher said that he would never leave his children alone with Diddy, how come he thought it was okay to leave Justin allegedly alone with Diddy? Again, we don't know if there was any supervision. We don't know who really was there with Justin. All we know is that Diddy said this is a 15-year-old's dream and that they're not allowed to say what they are doing and that he's there with a friend. That's it. I'm sorry, but I'm not a parent yet, but I would never leave my child in a grown-up's home for 48 hours with one of his friends. I would never do that. I think that's irresponsible, and I think that's wanting something bad to happen. That's it. Now, Diddy has had a lot of allegations, and there's been a lot of rumors behind the scenes, but at that time, Diddy was Diddy. Diddy ran New York, and Diddy was huge. So, of course, in my personal opinion, obviously, that definitely plays into trust and into, this is what's right for my son. Go and learn everything you need to learn. Maybe it was done with good intentions. Maybe they didn't think about anything. Maybe they didn't even know any of the allegations. So, of course, a lot of people saying, oh, she was a horrible mother. She was an unfit mother. She fed him to Diddy. Like, I do think that's very harsh. I understand how it looks. Personally, I would never do that. But, we have to see if we get any other, concrete evidence of who he was there with. Did they even know that was happening? Did they have any idea where Justin was at that time? So there's a lot of things, but there's a lot of really nasty things being said about her. But listen, allegedly, Justin is not currently speaking to her. Not sure if that's true, of course, allegedly. And of course, everything I say here is allegedly, but I do think that there should be some people taking accountability for giving him just too much independence. Because I don't give a damn if you're the singer of the #1 album. You are still my son. You are still underage. And you will fucking do whatever the fuck I say. Period. Okay? Because I don't give a damn if you're performing in Madison Square Garden. You're going to clean your room. You're gonna come in curfew. And you're going to say yes and please and go to church with me on Sunday. Period. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think that his parents should be getting blamed for this? Or who do you think should be getting blamed for this? Let me know in the comments. I love you all so much. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. And all my parents out there, don't trust nobody, girl, because this world is very dark and we must protect our children at all costs. I love you guys. Mwah.